This weekend, we've got a fever game, qualifications for the Indy 500 and the Broad Ripple Art Fair. Angela's tracking it all for us, including some warmer temperatures. How is the weekend shaping up?
We will be dealing with some rain chances this weekend. So we've got that in the forecast, but you said it. We're also going to be warming up. Temperatures come the end of the weekend in the upper 80s. 77 tomorrow, 87 on Sunday. If you're picking a day for outdoor plans, Sunday is the driest day. We're keeping an eye on radar out to our west. There have been some storms. There have been a few showers. We'll see what holds together that would have an impact the early part of tomorrow. That's what we're timing with Future Track 13. This is 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Chance of a few showers. Still a little up in the air on exactly where this line sets up, but where it does, it will be the focus of additional rain and maybe some thunderstorms, especially into the afternoon and early evening hours. I'm going to continue this timeline and talk more about that heat headed our way for the end of the weekend in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit, Angela. Thanks. Tonight, an Indy mom told us her 12-year-old son will never use Uber again, claiming he was supposed to be headed to school but ended up across town instead. Alex Almanza talked to that mom tonight who wants that driver held accountable.
That mother says her son was supposed to be dropped off at Guyan Creek Middle School, but she says the driver canceled the ride and drove to Fountain Square instead. A school bus that never arrived set off a chain of events Geraldine Alexander says ended with her seeking therapy for her and her son. She doesn't want her face shown, fearing the Uber driver already has her address.
I've been crying since Wednesday because I feel like I could not protect my child.
She says her son's bus never arrived, prompting her to send him to school using Uber for Teens. Alexander says it all seemed fine until she got a notification that the ride had been canceled.
So that prompted me to pull up his location because we have air tags, and I saw that he was nowhere near his school.
Guyan Creek is only a 4-mile drive from her home. Instead, she saw her son 10 miles away from the school, the complete opposite direction. So she says she FaceTimed her son while he was in the car to see what was going on.
Well, he asked the Uber driver, and the Uber driver was like, oh, that's not the address that was requested in the ride, just a bunch of excuses.
Alexander also says the driver didn't even match the profile photo on the account, and she claims there was a language barrier, saying when her son asked where he was taking him, the driver never really responded and kept going, refusing to let him out. She says she called 911, and that's when the driver let him go and drove away.
I've been working with detectives. I have not heard back from Uber. They will not reach out. They will not return my calls.
But Uber did respond to 13 News. A spokesperson for the company told us they have a team of safety experts working around the clock to respond to incidents like this, saying, quote, "We're alarmed by what's been described. We can't imagine how terrifying this experience must have been and are continuing to look into this report. We stand ready to assist the police with their investigation."
I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure whoever's, did this is held accountable.
IMPD is investigating the incident. Meanwhile, Uber's policy requires that underage riders be at least 13 years old. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. A man accused of shooting an IMPD officer is now facing 10 felony charges. Police say the shooting happened after Victor Garcia Lopez attacked a woman and her landlord in Broad Ripple a week ago. Police returned fire, hitting Garcia Lopez, who is still in the hospital tonight. He's facing several counts, including attempted murder and burglary. The officer who was injured is now recovering at home. Indiana State Police are honoring officers who've been killed in the line of duty. This memorial service at the State Police Post here in Indianapolis marked National Police Officer Memorial Day. They read the names of fallen troopers as part of that memorial. Fallen officers' families and community members joined together for this event. Tonight, the Madison County prosecutor confirms he will not file murder charges against the Anderson man who's accused of killing a father and son. The prosecutor told 13 News there is credible evidence the man acted in self-defense, but he says the case could be further reviewed if new evidence comes to light. The Henry County Election Board just certified primary election results after problems in Knightstown. Because of an error, ballots of people who live outside Knightstown included Knightstown races. The board cannot recount those votes because there's now no way to know how many people who voted in Knightstown don't actually live there. One candidate for clerk treasurer says he plans to petition for a special election. That process could take weeks. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories streaming anytime. Just scan this QR code on your screen.